I am not saying.
Sheshadri Chari is now responding.
I am not saying that this matter can be resolved or we can get to the bottom of it.
No. Sheshad, no. I thought. No. What's
say that? Let them not say. Just because a question is asked, you are an agent of the Pakistanis. That's absolutely rubbish.
That is your Watch. I feel that is your overactive defense mechanism which is speaking. Rahul Narvekar, because I didn't call you an agent of the Pakistanis. That's what you're calling yourself. I didn't call you. Now Sheshadri Chari is responding. Sheshadri Chari. Sheshadri Chari, no idea. Sheshadri Chari will respond. The charges made to him.
Not specifically directed at one party.
Mr. Chari, please.
No, let me.
And sometimes when you read between the lines, the meaning becomes very specific.
Let me thank Mr. Rahul Narvekar.
It's very clear whom you're targeting.
Let me thank Mr. Rahul Narvekar for reminding about the parliament attack. But we don't need pontification from this man. He should remember that after the parliament attack, when the process of investigation was going on, what kind of words were used against the BJP at that time, and what are the actions that were undertaken by Congress and some of the cronies of the Congress.
Like to remind you,
and also I would Rahul, Mr. Narvekar, all that you have to do, Rahul Narvekar,
of the chief minister,
Rahul Narvekar, please let me complete. Rahul Narvekar, please let me complete.
You answer
Rahul Narvekar,
before you point
Rahul Narvekar,
look and introspect about yourself.
Rahul Narvekar, I am not listening to you because you should read the speeches made by the leaders of your party. At that time, you were not in NCP.
They don't like
you were not in NCP.
They come to their own
Look at the speeches made by your own party spokesperson at that time after the parliament attack. Therefore, don't dig into history. If you start digging into history, we will have to go back to the digging of cricket pitches by your party, your former party. So don't dig too deep into history. Limit yourselves to what has happened today.
Mr. Sheshadri Chari, they are your allies.
I know. I'm very sorry about it.
How are you, if you are so ashamed of that act, why are you taking them as allies? If you are so ashamed.
Anyway, we're not discussing politics. My question is the drug smuggler theory. One of the ridiculous theories in this case is the drug smuggler theory. My question is RSN Singh. Once Sheshadri Chari coming to you. One other theory, Mr. Chari, 1 minute. Mr. Chari, 1 minute. One of the theories being propounded by this peacenik / pro-Pakistan / whatever confused lobby is that these poor people who were on this boat, one theory is that they were trying to smuggle a little bit of liquor, what's wrong? They were trying to smuggle a little bit of diesel, what's wrong? And the third view, RSN Singh, former intelligence officer, is that they were poor little drug smugglers, just doing a little bit of drug smuggling. My question to you, RSN Singh, from your experience, if they were carrying drugs, there is a whole wide ocean that they are going on, dispose the drugs in the ocean. Why would you blow yourself up? I mean, you've got to be crazy. If you're carrying drugs, you drop them in the ocean and tell the Indian Coast Guard, go find the drugs. Why would you blow yourself up? I mean, I don't know whose advice the Congress party is taking on this, but RSN Singh, yes.
Absolutely. Yesterday on your channel, General D Bakshi, he had reminded the country that in '93, all the explosives were planted in Mumbai by smugglers. And intelligence, you normally don't use saints. You use the smugglers who know the routes very well. So let's leave it at that. The other thing that is being, the other thing which is being spoken. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, loud and clear, please.
The other thing which is being touted by the so-called conspiracy theorists is that, oh God, Pakistan, how it cannot fight on two fronts at the same time.
Yeah.
May I remind these gentlemen that when 26/11 was had taken place, Pakistan must have fully calculated that this could trigger a all-out war, and it was also at that time carrying out operations in Fatah. and was embroiled in the affairs in Afghanistan.
Right.
So you know, this two front theory.
No,
and
so,
you know, I'm not so much anguished by the politicians, because I mean some of these are hopeless lot. What do you mean by questioning?
Arnab.
What do you mean by questioning in a democracy? When you are expressing a doubt, should the benefit of doubt go to your own agencies and your own forces?
absolutely.
You did the same thing in Samjhauta Blast.
Oh, yes.
You did the same thing in Samjhauta Blast. David Headley's wife, she goes to the US Embassy and tells that my husband has done it. The US State Treasury Department says that one gentleman, Arif Kasmani, he was the main coordinator of the attacks. And look at our political class. They would not believe these people, but go by the version of
why? Pavan Verma, let me appeal to your rational sense. Pavan Verma and Ragini Nayak, let me appeal to your rational sense.
Because they have politicized terror. They have tried to balance terror.
The only thing worse than advertently,
tried to fabricate terror.
Ragini Nayak, understand this. The only thing worse, Maroof, than advertently aiding Pakistan's agenda, Maroof, is to inadvertently aid Pakistan's agenda. Why would anyone do that? And that question is asked, Maroof, if the benefit of doubt is to go, should the benefit of doubt
aiding Pakistan's agenda. That is your own logic. That is your own conclusion. I would like to repeat myself. The people who are coming up with n number of theories, let them be any experts or any
Ms.
people
Nayak,
from any walks of life,
Ms.
are
Nayak,
also citizens of this country.
Ms. Nayak,
and the citizens of this country have a valid, legitimate right to ask questions.
Don't shoot up the thing. No, Sheshadri Chari. Sheshadri Chari is responding. Sheshadri Chari, only Sheshadri Chari is speaking. Don't shoot up. Who is the citizen of this country? Which citizens of the country? 1 second, Ragini Nayak. How can you say citizens of the country? Who are the citizens of the country who are questioning this? Is the Congress party that's questioning it? No, Sheshadri Chari and Maroof Raza, please. No, now perhaps Sheshadri Chari and Maroof Raza with Ragini Nayak on the screen. Sheshadri Chari, please on the screen.
This is what I call.
Can I please have Mr. Chari and Maroof on the screen, please? Yes, go ahead, Mr. Chari.
I can understand. Arnab, I can understand if half a dozen people and some very learned journalists who are by any imagination who are not experts as far as war and information gathering is concerned, whose English is good. Sorry, beyond that I cannot give them any points. Even if they raise this question, what is the responsible Congress party supposed to do? They are not supposed to go to town with whatever reports are appearing in 1 or 2 newspapers. They are supposed to tell those newspapers and tell those experts also that, look, let us wait till the government comes out with a complete report.
What about the NTRO, Mr. Sheshadri Chari? Please let me complete.
Let him complete. Let him complete.
No, I think the more serious matter is, Arnab, let me tell you, I have been, Arnab.
He said that the board...
Miss Ragini, please, one at a time, Miss Ragini Nayak. One at a time, Miss Nayak, this is not appropriate. This is not appropriate. No, this is not appropriate, Miss Nayak. Let him complete. Miss Nayak, let him complete.
Miss Nayak, please.
Miss Nayak, let him complete.
You know nothing about politics.
Miss Nayak, let him complete.
Politics even before you were probably born. Don't teach me politics. And I am the General Secretary of Forum for Integrated National Security for the last 10 years.
You
I have conducted at least 6.
Right now you are representing
I have worked with the security agencies.
Please do not.
I have worked with security agencies. I am not representing any party. I am not representing any political party here.
I might be younger to you.
I am only standing up for my country. I am standing up for the integrity of this country. I am speaking on behalf of the security agencies of this country. Therefore, you don't know anything about it.
Do not be so arrogant.
So let us keep ourselves to our subjects.
So please
I don't require any pontification from you.
The question is, are those skeptics asking? One second, let's not get this straight. Are those skeptics asking Maroof and Pavan Verma in the debate? Are those who are skeptical of this asking?
No,
are those who are skeptical of this asking Pavan Verma?
Arnab, I want to make one more point. Arnab, I want to make one more very important point, and please ask this Congress spokesperson not to speak in between. The most important point I am making here is, let the Congress party come out and at least issue a statement that our Coast Guard has done a wonderful job, and at least they should congratulate the Coast Guard. Let them not do anything as far as the government is concerned. Let them not trust the government. But at least they must issue one statement saying that the Coast Guard has done a great job.
I began this debate congratulating the Coast Guard. Please go home, rewind it and see it. All the Congress spokespersons have been congratulating the Coast Guard.
No, you have not done it. The Congress has raised the doubts.
We have been commending
the Congress has raised doubts about the Coast Guard. Congress has raised doubt about this government.
That is your fault. That is not
the Congress has raised doubts about this government's intention.
One second.
It was a smuggling operation. It was intervened and stopped.
Ragini Nayak, less than half an hour ago.
This is something.
Ragini Nayak, this is now an important issue from the national perspective. Pavan Verma needs to come back. Maroof needs to come back to the debate. If there was no evidence, Pavan Verma, on the government's version, like the Congress party claims, why didn't the crew stop and identify themselves despite the Coast Guard firing warning shots? Are we saying by implication that the Coast Guard set the boat on fire to destroy evidence? Are we saying the Defence Ministry is lying? Are we saying the Navy is cooking up a story? Is that not a very serious charge, Pavan Verma?
Let your panelists speak.
Yes, Mr. Verma.
Arnab, let your panelists
Go ahead,
speak,
go ahead.
Please. Simple point I want to say, whether it was a smuggling boat or a terrorist boat, and the facts will establish very clearly what it was, I'm very happy that our Coast Guard was alert. In the past it's not been, and I congratulate them. There should be no premature or motivated critique of a government working against terror. But I want to stick not by what you are saying, Arnab, but what our defense minister has said. The defense minister used this phrase. I have great respect for Sheshadri Chari's political and international analysis and of Maroof. But our defense minister has said that they are probable or suspected terrorists, and we will be bringing out the facts of the case.
No, sir.
Why are we taking this debate beyond it?
No, sir. Just 50 minutes back, 45 minutes back, when the Newshour was beginning, I want to go to Maroof next. The Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar has confirmed that that the Pakistani involvement is very strongly there, and he said we release more evidence on this. There is clear involvement of Pakistan, involvement of Pakistan in the terror boat.
Yeah.
But
that is very welcome. It's
so who?
A sign of a responsible defense minister. The country is with him. And he is releasing evidence. Why are you making this a debate of competitive patriotism?
Sir, this debate has been started by the Congress party. Who you are not questioning, Mr. Verma. Mr. Verma, what if I say that for political reasons? No, Mr. Verma, you are a very fine spokesperson.
You are extremely selective in hearing what your panelists say. I said there should be no politically motivated or premature criticism.
Now,
I said it to you. Now the defense minister is said he'll place the facts from the realm of the public. You are making it jingoistic.
Mr. Verma, thank you for the bouquets. Thank you for the bouquets that you give me at the start of the year. I look forward to more this year. But my question to you is, who politicized it? How now they on the 30th of December, Maroof, the NTRO intercepts a conversation from Karachi on transferring vital equipment to the western coast of India. The question tonight is, do we believe our government anymore or not? Or do we disbelieve our government? If the starting premises don't believe the government.
No, I believe our government. I believe our government, but I will not believe my government in any case.
Okay, Maroof.
Or anyone else. If they
then why did the Congress party not wait for those facts? Why did the Congress party not wait for those facts? Why did they not wait for the facts? Maroof.
Mr. Pavan.
Maroof is responding.
Point, sir. Just
Maroof.
let me contribute, please.
Maroof, please, Maroof.
Mr. Verma, sir.
Maroof, please, Maroof.
3 quick points. Point 1. Arnab, 3 quick points. Point 1. That this is not the first piece of information that has come in the recent past about a possible maritime attack on India's coastline, which is as big as our land borders, 7,500 kilometers. There were reports earlier of something trying to be planned from the Sri Lanka side. There are reports also something being planned on our eastern coast from Chittagong side. And these reports have kept our entire coastal forces on a state of high alert. Therefore, when this transmission was passed both to the Navy and the Coast Guard, from what I picked up in the papers and on the net, apparently the Navy ignored it, but the Coast Guard reacted. Having said that, the point I wish to make is that one of the sore points for Pakistan right now is that Obama is going to be visiting India and not Pakistan, because Pakistan is not seen as a safe destination for the US president. However, an attack so close to an Indian city or an Indian coastal area close to the president's visit might have got the American antennas up that look to portray India as a relatively unsafe destination for the US president, particularly when the Gujarat summit and all that is taking place this week and the week after in Gujarat. So please keep that in mind as one of the issues that must be playing on the minds of the planners of the attack. And the final point I wish to make is that the defense minister and the entire defense ministry has said, give us 3 to 4 days to come up with the evidence. Remember, in the case of Kasam, all the volume of evidence that was put together was hardly ever made public. Why did the Congress and the UPA never make all that public and embarrass Pakistan and wash their dirty linen in public? They put it into judicial reports, gave it to Pakistan, and Pakistan has thrown it into the bin. And now you tell us make everything public in 24 or 48 hours. Please give the government of the day time, and in the case of terrorism, RSN Singh and others will agree. Unless you are in a state of heightened alert, your complacency will get your citizens. So it is better to be alert than to be complicit. And that is the only point that people are making. If it is proof, prima facie, that this was a farce, then the people should be hauled over the coal. Let me tell you, I am no spokesman for the BJP, but the same government has ensured when the soldiers wrongly killed civilian youngsters in Badgam, they have admitted to that error in Kashmir, which is a first for any government in the last so many years, and decided to give them suitable punishment. So I think if it is proved that the Coast Guard is setting up this whole
now
charade,
a phrase comes up, Maroof.
should be hauled over the court.
But Maroof, a phrase.
Till then, hold your
1 second.
Because Pakistan is going to pick up straws in the wind and embarrass you internationally. Is that what you want as a country?
New word comes up. GD Bakshi, new word comes up. Disproportionate force. Disproportionate force against terrorists. Disproportionate force against people who blow themselves up when confronted by our security forces. Sympathy oozing out of our hearts for people who come in undetected from the Pakistani side and blow themselves up when confronted by our security forces. And we call this legitimate analysis. I want to know the source. I'm saying tonight, I want to know the source of this information. If people are asking today, Pavan Verma and Rahul Narvekar and everyone, why do we don't believe our government? I want to know the source of the information on the other side. Where is that source which says there was disproportionate evidence used? What source?
Can I come in, please?
What source? What analysis? GD Bakshi. What Rahul Narvekar? What are you? Rahul Narvekar, are you changing your life?
Arnab, can I kindly come in now and have my say?
Yes, GD Bakshi, please. After that, Rahul Narvekar. Yeah, please.
Arnab, I would like to state in all humility that these political representatives bristled when their patriotism was questioned. But the pain is that every second day, after every encounter, they question the integrity of the NTRO, they question the integrity of the Coast Guard, they question the integrity of our Ministry of Defense. I am not answerable for the Ministry of Defense, but I can speak for the troops on the ground, for the soldiers who soldier in every day in and day out. At the drop of a hat, they are taken over the coals. Their integrity, their honor, that does not count. That you can question, madam, any time that you want. That is not acceptable.
And that do
Arnab,
based on
absolutely.
civil reports.
Each time.
Absolutely.
You are
Absolutely.
about your patriotism.
No,
Another question.
RSN Singh coming in.
Arnab?
RSN Singh wants to make a comment. I want
the
to.
patriotism.
Why are
of
you
the
insulting
Coast
the
Guard or the
Arnab?
Army or the Navy
On
or
what
any
basis?
armed forces? I'm sorry.
You haven't
This is-
spoken enough.
I don't know why you
Arnab,
head towards those conclusions, Mr. GD Bakshi.
Miss
Arnab,
Miss Ragini
each
Nayak,
time-
Miss
Arnab,
Nayak,
each-
Miss
I'm not
Nayak,
Mr. GD Bakshi.
RSN Singh was saying
Arnab,
something here. I want to
Arnab,
remind you
Can
that
I
after the
respond?
Bangalore blast, Janardhan Dwivedi said terror incidents should never be seen for political gain. Digvijay Singh on Twitter was talking after the Bodh Gaya blast. And I don't want to remind you how you lent credence to Pakistan's agenda when your Union Home Minister,
All right, so when I
Sushil
talk
Kumar
about this
Shinde,
advertisement which was
accused the
released by
BJP and the RSS of
on
fanning Hindu
2011,
terrorism.
You say that you don't want to talk about the history and geography of
Pakistan
terrorism.
picked it up.
And now you will again start citing examples
Arnab,
from historical past. What are you trying
I'm
to
saying
do on
don't
this
help
debate,
the
Mr.
Pakistanis.
Goswami? Already your questions are so
I'm
loaded
saying don't
and
help the
biased.
Pakistanis.
And then
Madam, allow
you've
me to
already
speak.
decided what
Knowingly
you
or
want to
unknowingly,
say.
don't help
And
the
if
Pakistanis, that's what I'm
direction
saying.
to go, if
I'm
there are
saying,
divergent contrary opinions
Ragini,
within
I'm
the
saying it.
of the government,
Ragini,
what
I'm saying
conclusions
it.
are you going to draw?
No, Ragini, I'm saying it. You don't like it. No, Ragini, I'm saying it. Now listen to me, Ragini, I'm saying it.
Spokesperson of the
Arey Baba,
BJP,
Ragini, listen
Mr.
to me.
Sambit Patra,
Ragini, one second. Ragini, now listen to me. Listen to me, Ragini. It's a democracy, right?
Supposed to believe.
No, one second. Ragini, one second. Now listen to
Madam.
me. It's a democracy, right? So I'm saying,
allow others
I'm
to
saying
speak.
knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or
That's why we,
unconsciously,
the people of India,
voluntarily or involuntarily,
out of this democracy.
Madam.
advertently or inadvertently, don't help the Pakistanis. What wrong am I saying? Knowingly or unknowingly, voluntarily or involuntarily,
Madam.
advertently or inadvertently, don't help the Pakistanis.
Madam.
That's all I'm saying. RSN Singh, quickly. 1 minute left on the
Nobody
debate.
is
RSN
helping
Singh.
the Pakistani
RSN Singh.
Army or the Pakistani
RSN Singh,
government.
please.
Madam.
Mr. Singh.
Madam,
Mr.
can
Singh,
you
please
please
continue.
for God's
Ragini.
sake?
I think it is
For
in the
God's sake, I have been
interest of the
imploring you.
country that people
Madam, I have been
what is
imploring
the
you to
truth
allow
behind
others
this
to
incident
speak.
Is all the Congress party saying.
Madam,
and I don't know why are
Madam,
you continuously
you think you have scored a big
Miss
victory
Naz,
today on
let
the
him
debate?
speak.
Madam, each time you raise a doubt or a question of this nature, remember you are diluting the resolve of this country to fight terror. And this has been done more than once now. Do you know all these utterances from these, irresponsible quarters today is doing rounds all over Pakistan? Sometimes I doubt whether, the Pakistan has got collaborators here, because it is the same gang. It is the same gang which wanted to hand over Siachen. It was the same gang which has been, questioning everything that India does in the name of democracy.
Party is resolute against Pakistan.
Madam, allow others to speak for God's sake.
Okay, wrapping up.
Madam, what sort of a spokesman you are?
Of India.
You have no manners, absolutely.
Please do not accuse us of that. I've heard enough of that. We, the Congress party has
Madam, I'm
enough incidents. The people of the country.
I'm not bothered about Congress and the BJP. I am telling you what is the
on the debate. 20 seconds on the debate. I only want to say this at the end. No, Sheshadri Chari. Sheshadri Chari. No, one second. Sheshadri Chari, I'm saying this. Release more information. I'm saying today, release more information. Release all the information that you can. Release the information. Out of a sense of belief or disbelief, release the information. Yes,
no, I want to make only one point. I think
you should
we
not.
should wait for more information.
Information should never be released.
We should wait for more information, but I would rather suggest to the government, don't buckle under the pressure of these quarters which are taking upon themselves to wreck these agencies and also bring upon
Rahul
us
Narvekar.
a great doubt.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, we should take our own time.
Details
Let the
should
government
be shared.
know.
Because that is what the collaborators want.
Therefore, let us wait for this.
Sure.
Let us wait for the complete report. And in the meantime,
Yes, Mr. Narvekar, quickly, 10 seconds.
If you are going to do this debate again, please get a better person from the Congress party.
You want to see the intercepts?
No, 1 second. One second. Rahul Narvekar, 10 seconds, then I'm closing this. 10 seconds.
I would only like to state that, at this point of time, I would only like to state that no one doubts the integrity of the party in government or the government of this country insofar as national security is concerned, nor do we doubt the credibility and the credentials of the security agencies. But these stories about whatever these stories are making the rounds,
what stories again you
also
start?
being planted.
What stories?
By the media. There are wide reports in the media.
Don't shoot off the media's shoulder. Maroof told you that. Don't shoot off the media's shoulder when convenient to you.
Anti-national newspaper.
I thought you are a seasoned journalist.
Which also carried the cool story. Please don't write on the back of this anti-national newspaper.
No, one second. Let's not call any newspaper names. No, we won't say the Indian Express is anti-national. That's wrong.
A single media report which provides this alternate story.
Oh, please. No, 1 second. You know, I think every media house has the right to put out any story that it wants. What I'm saying is, let the media house put out the story.
Exactly.
But 1 second. The media is free and continues to. But at the same time, if the Congress party as a political party wants to question the government on this entire issue
political party
and wants to give fodder to the Pakistanis, let it bat for itself and not shoot over the media's shoulder. Now, what do you think? Who should be explaining themselves? Ragini Nayak put up her point of view today. You heard Sheshadri Chari as well. Who do you think should come clean? The government on this case or those asking the questions? I'd like to hear from you, and I thank everyone for joining me on debate number 1 this Monday evening on the Newshour Tonight.